Well, milder air is in Minnesota again this Wednesday. It'll be slightly cooler the next couple days, but still above normal. And we're tracking that weekend system, where it might go and what it might do. So what a difference 24 hours makes. Temperatures were a lot warmer this morning compared to yesterday, by 15 to 30 degrees warmer for those morning temperatures. But it was still below freezing. That created some slick spots. Those roads still pretty cold from yesterday morning, so there was some frozen condensation or frost on the roads that caused some issues. We'll be back into the 40s today across much of the southern half of the state. 30s to the north. These are well above normal for the time of the year. 5 to 12 degrees above normal temperatures here for southern and western Minnesota especially. And we're going to keep things generally above normal into the foreseeable future. It will be slightly cooler the next couple days, but still above that normal, which is about 34, 35 degrees right now. Lots of sunshine today too. You can see that swath of snow from space here, still visible across southern Wisconsin and Iowa. Wind's not bad today, just a bit of a breeze out of the west, but we do have a weak cool front coming through late tonight, early tomorrow. That's going to increase the wind speed and switch it more from a west direction to a northwest direction, and that means maybe upper 30s to around 40 tomorrow instead of into the low to mid 40s. So not a big difference, mostly mid to upper 30s. It will be breezier and probably back just below freezing in the northern part of the state. But we're also still watching that energy of that potential storm system for the weekend. It's still way out in the North Pacific, and that's why the models have enough differences between them where there's still a lot of uncertainty with this system as it develops. It does look as though the bulk of the moisture will be to the south, but we're going to have this sort of elongated trough of low pressure aloft, which means that the energy is going to be kind of spread out. So it depends, where does the moisture go and how much energy is really going to manifest itself in these two different areas. We're going to have kind of a northern and southern stream of that trough. Now, some of the models, the American model in particular, is a little more aggressive with that northern end of things, which would mean a little more snowfall from Minnesota, but the other models, not so much, or kind of spreading it out a bit more. So if we get snow showers, it'll be probably overnight, mostly Saturday night, and then the bulk of the moisture kind of staying to the south. So this kind of shows that difference. The Canadian model gives us relatively light snowfall here in much of Minnesota, but the American model has those two separate areas of energy, a little more aggressive on the northern end, so you get more snowfall. When you look at all the different model scenarios we have for that weekend snowfall, you see that generally we get that area of heavier precipitation to the south, but some models are spreading it north, in particular the ensembles, which, remember, those are many different model runs of the same model, just tweaking the conditions averaged together. So we're not out of the woods yet. And when we look at the average of the models, we see that similarly too, kind of two areas, a main area to the south and then a secondary area that sets up in Wisconsin or maybe Minnesota. So it's not going to be probably a big storm for us, but either way, something we still got to keep our eye on. And then other than that, the warm weather continues. Strong likelihood of above normal temperatures through next week yet. So if you don't like the real cold stuff, this is your forecast. But if you're a snow lover, you're getting kind of antsy here as we head into December, of course, already the day after tomorrow, and there just really isn't a whole lot. Even if we get an inch of snow or so over the weekend, that will probably mainly melt next week, as temperatures are forecast to be above freezing each day, again, as far as we can really see out.